The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this for about the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the defense for New York.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And here's the punter, Matt Darr, to kick this one away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And now out come the Giants. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's Roethlisberger. They set up the screen to Martin. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
With it is Brown. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get
Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And that makes it 14-10. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down now after the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Bortles to throw on second down. And complete to Zach Ertz. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a third down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Ginn. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw here into a double team, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know,
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Deep drop. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 38 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Cut Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They start the drive with Martin. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Jenkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. second down sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Now Ben on third and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at... Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a gain of 24 that time, and it's good for a New York 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They send Green to the left on his own. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Completes it to Marcel Reese. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now San Diego getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And some space here. And he cuts it right sideline. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's brought down. We have hit. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
On first down, Bortles. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 31 yards that time. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal. Now Bortles. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On the tackle there, it's Nolan Carroll. Second down following the run.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in.
And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked off by, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes a...
And now here is another interception, picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In the slot on the right is Graham. On second down, Roethlisberger. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. They give to Martin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an offset eye. Again, it's Martin. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it here. This is Reese. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down. And
a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. They run again on 1st down. Martin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. There goes Doug Martin. It's a big-time run there by Martin. 46 yards on the ground. Great run by Martin. We saw it even better when last year 85 yards was the longest run by a running back a year ago. And when you can run it that distance, you get to choose your own nickname. Doug Martin wants a nickname different from the one that people have given him. He can pick his own now. By the way, if you're wondering who had a longer run, Mariota had 87 yards last year on a run. They'll run for it with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Doug Martin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready? Yeah. Cosmetics. Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over. By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. This is Freeman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Green 90. Green 90.
Freeman again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They come out here in the eye. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They run it again with Martin. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's 1st down, New York.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.